We all say we
Powered by
want
Riverside
loyalty,
FM.
but at what cost? In this episode, we're unpacking the fine line between standing by someone and standing in your own way. Is real loyalty riding until the wheels fall off, or knowing when to walk away? Because sometimes loyalty looks like love, and sometimes it looks like self-abandonment. Let's talk about it. It's time to tap in.
Yo, yo, yo.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time to tap in.
Tap in.
To tap in. To tap in.
To tap in.
Tap in. Tap, tap, tap in.
To the healthy debate.
Everybody wants a loyal person until loyalty comes with boundaries. So let's be real. Are you loyal or just afraid to let go? So let's define loyalty.
Okay.
What does loyalty actually mean to you?
For me, it's probably less about words and more about consistency. Okay. It's the people who show up the same way when things are easy and when things are complicated. It's knowing someone isn't just around for the highlights, right? But for the quiet, messy, inconvenient moments too. So someone that defends me, defends my name when I'm not in the room, is keeping it real with me when the truth isn't comfortable, not switching up based on who's watching and what they can gain, right? And then being present, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. That's really what it means to me.
Okay. So is loyalty staying no matter what, or being honest even when it hurts?
I mean, loyalty is staying no matter what. Okay. But I do think you still have to be honest when it hurts. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if being honest when it hurts is loyalty rather than truth, right? So, like, I'm not going to tell somebody to stay with somebody just because they're being loyal. But if you're one of those people that can work on things, fix things, or whatever, yeah, stay with your person, be loyal to that person. But again, that's not reality neither. That's not how it works nowadays. So
with that being said, can loyalty exist without respect?
no, absolutely not. Because listen, again, like I just told you, I just gave you a slew of things of what loyalty means to me. Do you think that if I ask someone to defend my name when I'm not in the room, if they don't do that, do you think they respect me?
Absolutely not.
Exactly, right? If I say, let's see. If I said that a part of, I said being present, right? Not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. If they're not there mentally, emotionally, or physically, do you respect that person?
How can you?
Right, exactly. So yes, I'm going to say that loyalty cannot exist without respect.
Okay. So some people confuse loyalty with tolerance.
They do. They do. I'm sure they do, right? Because people just like, oh, I'm loyal. I'm gonna ride to the you, my ride or die, whatever. But y'all, they're just words. They're just words, So like, I don't know. It's you can't just put loyalty on the back of I'm gonna just stay with you forever. No, because then you will just tolerate what that person put you through for life. And imagine this. Imagine you telling somebody that I'm always going to be loyal to you, and they just treat you any way they want to because they know you ain't going nowhere. That's crazy work. So no.
That's manipulation, but that's another topic.
Exactly. All right. So how about when loyalty becomes toxic? Okay. So you're staying in situations when you're constantly disrespected, defending people who didn't defend you, right? Loyalty to history versus loyalty to how you're currently being treated, right? Are you loyal to a person or to the memories?
What I think, when it comes to this gambit of topics of it, right? A lot of people stay in situations where they're being disrespected and call it loyalty, and y'all just don't understand. Think about how many times we've seen movies of relationships. I'll throw one out there. Ike and Tina. He was
Mm,
loyal to a fault
right.
until he had got fed up. Um, Defending people who wouldn't defend you. There are so many people out here who will go to bat for somebody who wouldn't even bat an eye if somebody was talking about them or doing them dirty.
I
Behind.
experienced that. I
It's
experienced that. I defended the person; they didn't defend me. I experienced it. I know what it's like. It feels scrappy though too.
yeah, it is definitely a crappy feeling, especially when you like, well, what did you say? What did you do? Like, did you defend my honor? You know me.
Mm,
But then, I
yeah.
mean, you have to think about it too. Is it the loyalty to the history versus the loyalty to how you're currently being treated as well? Because
Right.
some people are loyal to history. Well, I've known them for X amount of years, and I know they typically don't fly off the handle like that. But is that what they're currently showing you? Is that how you currently
Right.
being treated?
Yeah.
So a lot of people are loyal to the memories instead of the actual person, because if we actually truly look at that person and their behaviors, their patterns, their characteristics, you really be asking yourself, what the hell I've been loyal to all this time?
Hmm. All right. So let's tag that into relationships. Let's tie that into the relationship, right?
Hmm.
So should you stay through cheating?
Absolutely not.
I agree. I don't. I know it's a healthy debate, but yeah, no, I'm not saying through cheating. We grown.
Now, I will say this, okay?
Oh, on the fence, are we?
Not on the fence.
Oh, okay.
Just bringing up some conversations that I've had both with a man and a woman. Separate conversations. They were not in the same room and it didn't happen at the same time. One challenge, if the person that you're with is doing everything, taking care of the house, taking care of the bills, making sure you're good mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, and they cheat, is that really grounds to leave? And the other person said, is it really cheating if you know that your spouse is going on a trip, maybe a weekend getaway with their friends, whether it's male or female, and they decide to, sleep with somebody else, but you already gave them a quote unquote hall pass just as long as they communicate about it.
I mean, okay. First of all, you gave him a. I ain't around no goddamn hall pass. I'm sorry, but you gave him a hall pass. It can't be cheating if you gave him a hall pass.
That's why,
If you set the situation or the stipulations for them to do whatever they're gonna do, and you talked about it, yeah, y'all have to figure that out. But
well,
the other
the
one,
behind it is, if it's a man and he's going on a guy's trip, let's say they go to a exotic dance bar. I'm trying to be friendly because I know this is posted everywhere, right? And they decide to get a little frisky. More than likely, and this isn't taking men, please understand, this is not my idea. I'm just regurgitating something that was said to me, okay? However, this person was like, if he decides to knock something down, all right, cool. But don't come home trying to rub up and kiss up on me because you did something. Be honest. Tell me. Go get checked. Let's make sure we good before we get back in the sack like that. I mean, when you think about it, how many times have guys gone on those trips, and girls, y'all do it too. Y'all go on the women's retreat and y'all see something, you want to act like you Stella and get your groove back. Do I condone it? Absolutely not. Because you're now inviting more problems into your relationship, which also goes against your loyalty.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so if the person doesn't say, like, say they just don't tell you when they come back, is that emotional betrayal?
you don't know, how is it betrayal?
Because you set the stipulation before you left.
But you can't go with that because those are two different
I'm
ideologies.
I'm just saying, like I'm using your scenario. Like the person said, you use your hall pass. That's what you need to do. When you came, the person did whatever they did on the trip, came back, decided not to tell the person for whatever reason. Is that emotional betrayal? You set the
If they
standard.
didn't tell them and they don't know that it happened, how is it a betrayal? Unless you find out, and then
It's a betrayal because you made a pact to tell your partner if you did this when you came back, based off of them giving you a hall pass.
Look, let me tell you something. Again, I am not agreeing or disagreeing with
Me
you
neither. Me neither.
because, in all honesty, no, I can't say what I would do. This recorded, ain't it? Yeah. So I personally believe it's betrayal because what
Okay.
happened to our open communication.
Right.
However, some people will look at it as what you don't know don't hurt you, right? Well,
It will. It's still gonna hurt you. I don't know why people say that.
Here's what I say to that. You ain't noticed cast iron was going up inside your head, so it really didn't hurt you, right? Oh, okay. Moving on.
Okay, so but then you had another scenario: the person that's home all the time and takes care of everything, and then she's like, "What's their? Why is that one okay? Why would that? Who deemed that to be like that's okay if that person did that?
Okay.
No, not you. I'm just saying the scenario that was spoken about.
In that scenario, they're saying if everything at home is taken care of, if they decide to step out and they're like most men don't cheat emotionally, it's just a physical act, whatever that logic is, then is it really worth leaving your relationship or marriage over? Absolutely.
Okay, so right. So they were trying to argue because they did everything in the house and like at home
Mhm.
that they could step out.
Mhm.
Okay.
That they're doing everything. They're taking care of house and home, so they're the provider, protector. They're, emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical is taken care of. If they decide to, hell, even at the gym is what they said. They want
Okay.
somebody and take them down. Then
I need clarity here. So we're not talking about what the traditional woman's role would be in the home, taking care of the house. We're talking about the man that's taking care of the traditional man, taking care of the home and everything, right? And that he can step out because he's doing all of this.
Right.
No.
Exactly.
I don't know who that person was. I'm sorry if you're watching. I'm sorry. No, that's not okay. Because what is the point of you being in a relationship if you're going to cheat? What is wrong with y'all?
I don't see it as cheating.
No, it's cheating. I'm sorry.
That's another discussion for another episode.
It is. All right. So, okay. So, does loyalty mean forgiveness or just not giving up too fast?
What?
Yeah. Does loyalty mean forgiveness or just not giving up too fast?
Forgiveness of what? Like there's checks and balances and everything in life. Like I'm gonna be a loyal person, but if you cross me, we're done. We're done.
Okay.
You're out of here. It's like, how many chances do you have to give a dog to bite you to know that it's gonna hurt?
Just a couple of times.
Just one time.
That's right. It's only once. Okay. All right. So I absolutely hate this. I'm letting you know. The term, how it's done, how it's perceived, double standards. I cannot stand double standards. So is expecting loyalty but not giving it. Right? And I have an issue with this because I've been talking about this now for the last, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 months, 9 months.
I think
the double standards.
I think I need an intermission on that one. I need to.
Because listen, the double standards kill me. I was in a relationship. I was in a 7-year relationship with somebody, married 2 of those years. Okay. And constant double standards. I used to say it all the time, like, yo, Why do you live your life by double standards? You tell me I can't do this, but you do it. You say I can't say this, but you do it.
Because why not?
Because why not?
That's their excuse. Because why not?
Yeah, but that's not a good excuse.
I didn't say it was.
It's just not a good excuse. Now, again, it was plenty of times where I was like, you know what? I want to do the most. I'm going to just go do whatever I want to do, regardless how that person feels, and just throw it in their face like, oh, you didn't like that? Oh, well, I don't like your double standards. So, right? That would be petty. I didn't do none of that, by the way. But I'm just saying, like, that would be petty shit, right?
But when we're talking about loyalty, right? Expecting loyalty but not giving it, that is a scenario that I have come across oftentimes with friends. And I use that term loosely right now. Where I'm loyal to a fault. As long as you are respecting me and we can communicate, even if we have differences, I got your back. Do I have your back right, wrong, or indifferent? Absolutely. But I'm not going to check you in front of the person that, is going wrong unless it needs to be. That is the caveat. Unless it needs to be checked in that moment, I'm going to wait until we're off by ourselves and be like, hey, you was wrong. You need to address that in a different manner. Maybe go have a conversation with the person. Yada, yada, yada. However, don't expect me to be loyal to you while you're backstabbing me.
That's fair. That's hella fair. So here's a moment. Here's a debate moment, right? Is leaving someone ever disloyal or is it self-respect?
Self-respect.
100%. 100%. Listen, I just feel like on this episode, we're just gonna agree on it because loyalty is loyalty. It is what it is, right?
Hey, what they say in that song on Hit It Come Out? Loyalty, 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 loyalty.
Right.
We're saying.
So, what you got?
Friends and family.
Okay.
And I say this a lot. Blood makes you related, but not obligated. Cutting off toxic family, necessary or code. Friends who only show up when it benefits them.
That's a fact.
So, real talk. Loyalty shouldn't feel like a one-way street.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me go deep in this right here. Because this is one of those things where I'm like, you know what? This is my little playground right here. So, blood does make you connected through DNA and all of that.
Right.
I'm not obligated to be loyal to you, especially when you trash. I'm gonna say that lightly. Do I have a problem with cutting off toxic family? Absolutely not. If my mama toxic, you gotta go, lady. I'm protecting my peace at all costs because you can't give me peace. That comes from a higher power, and no, ma'am, no sir, no ham. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them Sam I am. Is it necessary? Absolutely. Because at what point do we stop just accepting things? Because let's be honest, a lot of times we're loyal to family who has traumatically hurt us or others. Why are you loyal to that?
Because it's comfort. It's still a sense of comfort. You know what I'm saying? Like you think about family, you think about blood and all that. You're like, oh man, like a lot of times we just push it under the rug. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. We it's family. That's why. But
that's the problem. That's why these houses still old, dirty, and dusty because we sweeping stuff up under the rug. I'm sorry, I got grown, and when I say grown, I got to the point where I was like, you know what? Absolutely not. Because how many times you think you gonna get to disrespect me before I say, you know what? That's it. I'm done. You're out of here.
Smack him in the face. Smack him in the face. No, just kidding. Nah, I get you though.
Violence might come out. However,
right.
Friends who only show up when it benefits them. Have I had this happen? Absolutely. Have I cut them off? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And without notice, and without care, and without an apology, because I'm not apologizing for cutting you off. You know what you did when you did what you did. Goodbye. You are the weakest link.
It's so crazy how people try to show up when you cut them off.
You know what's crazy? It's the conversation that they want to have. That what we talked about. I just needed some closure. Why did you don't need nothing? You just thought that you had things sweet. Nah, move
Just
around.
want to make sure you okay,
I'm good. You cool? Peace out.
man. All right. So this is my segment here: loyalty versus self-worth. Right? Self-worth versus loyalty. Are you abandoning yourself to prove you're loyal?
That's gonna hurt some people's feelings because I see a lot of people doing it.
Listen. Oh, fuck. this why people stay too long, is it fear, attachment, or history, right? And then learning that choosing yourself isn't betrayal. So let's tap into that first one. Are you abandoning yourself to prove you're loyal? Damn.
Oftentimes, people will abandon themselves. That's why you see all the posts talking about if I lose myself, I lose it all.
Right.
I'll never lose myself again behind such and da 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 da. Because guess what? When you snap back into reality and realize, the fuck am I doing? Why am I being loyal to somebody who wasn't even there for me? My phone didn't ring when I was down, but as soon as they saw I was up, soon as they saw I had gotten that bag again, hey, what you doing this weekend? How you feeling? You want to go out to eat? Want to go to this? Want to do that? No, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good, love. So why are we losing ourselves? That's people pleasing.
It is people pleasing. And
It's
I've
not
been,
loyalty,
listen,
it's people pleasing.
listen, I'm guilty of it. I
Because
don't know why.
loyalty is being able to also tell a person the truth, not only about themselves, but about situations. And for them to be able to accept it and talk about it if you
They're
have
not
to.
going to do that. They're not going to do that. Most of the time when you do that, like you could be a loyal person. You could be loyal to the core. When you tell somebody the truth, especially about themselves, they're not going to accept none of that.
Yeah.
It's going to come off. They're going to come off defensive. They're going to be like, "What? Are you sure?" Like that. They're not going to pay attention to you. Most people. I mean, unless y'all just been friends, y'all really friends forever, then
No,
that might be
because
different.
I
But
had I had a chat. I don't even know how to phrase this. Let's just
childhood friend.
childhood friend grew up from diapers. Um, I noticed some patterns, and I was like, so because I'm able to do this for my child, you want me to do it for yours? No, sweetheart. More like figure out your own stuff. Why are you trying to compete with me instead of grow with me? We
Mm,
loyal, but under conditions? Is that really what, to the point where I made some changes in my life this year with not only my phone numbers but other things as well. And I decided I'm not giving everybody my phone number. You don't deserve it. Because guess what? When you had the old one, it was me reaching out. It was
right.
me checking up on you. You only reached out when it was beneficial because, oh well, I know Jay. She make them treats. She make the cakes. Oh, I know she plan events. I know she do this, this, and this. Hey, what's going on? What you doing? How you been feeling? And my response was always, what you need and what you want.
Mm,
Cause you ain't calling no other time. Oh, it's tax time. You need your taxes done, huh?
I
Funny
do
how
need
that
my
works.
taxes done though.
Tax day is in 13 days, sir.
I know. I know. I know. All right.
So
Okay. So why people stay too long? Fear, attachment, history. What you think?
a little bit of all three. I'll explain. Fear, because they're scared of not having that comfort zone. Attachment, they're attached to either the lifestyle, they're attached to their pockets, or they're attached to that mentality. They don't want to grow outside of that. And then history, it could be, like I said, childhood history. I've known them for so long that I feel like I would be betraying not only myself but them if I'm not loyal, if I'm not
They're
keeping
the
them close.
only one I ever knew.
Right.
Comfort,
Yeah, comfort.
complacency. So,
Stagnant.
well, so
I look at it like
look,
this.
right.
A ship is supposed to take you somewhere. Relationship, friendship, partnership. It's supposed to move. If you are not moving, that means somebody dropped the anchor. So you need to make a decision, get off that ship and find another one, or sit there and be stagnant and wither away.
Okay. So, do you have to learn that choosing yourself isn't betrayal?
Absolutely, because oftentimes, and I talk about this in various episodes, that childhood trauma that we have, that little boy or little girl that's not healed, we felt betrayed when somebody that we thought we were attached to and loyal to didn't give us that security back. So it's like, well, if I walk away from them, even though I know what they're doing is toxic, it's poison, it's bad, I'm betraying them because I'm the only friend they got, or I'm the only one to keep it real with them, or I'm the only one to check on them. Learn how to walk away and say no as a complete sentence, because that's exactly what it is. It's a complete sentence, complete answer.
Okay. So, healthy debate quote moment. If you're watching and you see this, go ahead and take this moment to clip this or whatever. Use it as whatever you want to post or whatever. Here is your quote moment. Ready? You can love someone and still choose you.
Absolutely. You better choose you. All
Let's
right,
go.
I got a question
Listen.
for the audience.
Okay.
If someone crosses your boundaries more than once, does loyalty mean staying and working through it or leaving?
Okay, so that's going to be for our audience. Y'all can leave that down there in the comments. Please leave that in the comments. We want to check these out. We want to see these answers. She said, if someone crosses your boundaries more than once, does loyalty mean staying and working through it or leaving? So leave the comments below. You can tap in with us as many times. You have multiple answers. Share this with a friend. Let everybody know. They have the ability to answer these questions too. So we always have an audience question on the bottom. Why you always got always the good questions, Lady J? You always got these
Because
good.
I'm Lady J. What you thought this was?
You always got these good questions, make people think.
You gotta make the look. If you're not thinking outside the box, you're stuck. And I don't think we want our listeners to be stuck. I want y'all to grow with us, move with us, and get outside that box. Even
Let's
if you got to
go.
question your own theories and thoughts.
I like that. I like that. Ladies and gentlemen, loyalty isn't about how much you can endure. It's about how much you value yourself and loving someone else. Because the real question is, and are you loyal? It's, are you loyal to yourself too?
This was the healthy debate. Make sure you follow, share, and join the conversation, because some of the best answers come from different perspectives.
And remember, not every thought deserves your attention.
We said what we said, we challenged some perspectives, and maybe even shook the table a little.
But that's what the healthy debate is all about: growth, reflection, and real conversation.
Remember, sometimes in life you may need to tap out, step back, breathe, and reset.
But don't forget to tap back in, because your voice, your growth, and your journey still matter.
If something we said today made you think
Laugh.
or even disagree,
Guess what? We did our job. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share the conversation with someone who isn't afraid of a little healthy debate.
until next time, stay open minded, stay motivated, and keep showing up for yourself.
Because this is the healthy debate with Rock and Lady J. Until the next episode, y'all. Appreciate y'all.